start off a little bit light. Our first story of the evening is that Ori and the Blind Forest is coming to Switch. I know our boy Will Tank. Shadow Links, what's up? What's up, man? Welcome to the show. I was just explaining the process. You already know the process. You were here for our inaugural session last week. But it's news time, Shadow Links. Let's get some. Kevin is here. I hear. Kevin's here. Awesome. Great. Thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate you. A very big, great deal. So, Ori and the Blind Forest is coming to Switch. I know Will has some opinions about this. I've got a few questions that I want to think about with the future with Ori and the Blind Forest. But first of all, let's talk about Ori and the Blind Forest. One of the best Metroidvania games I have ever played, in my opinion. Next to, of course, I'm not going to say it's better than any of the, the original, Metroid or Castlevania or whatever. But I will say it's one of the best Metroidvanias I've ever played. It's got feels. Let me know if you've played. If anybody out there in chat has played Ori and the Blind Forest, or if I'm alone in this. But I love it. I love playing it. It starts out, you play as, this cute little creature here, this little fella named Ori. There's something going on with this tree. There's an evil raven or some sort of thing that eventually ends up, you come from the tree or something. You're separated from where you need to be. This beautiful motherly creature here, she takes you in. I don't typically really enjoy it. This is Will speaking. I'm going to try to, communicate for Will. He's going to be on the show live in the future. We just had some mic issues tonight. Will says I don't typically really enjoy Metroidvanias, but I will say that the opening story segment with the music does get me in the feels. How can you watch that without getting some feels going? Absolutely. I'm not going to spoil anything because I want you to play it. I want you to play Ori and the Blind Forest. It is absolutely worth the play. Or if you'd rather not play it, you can go to youtube.com/tankmediagames and watch me play through it. I actually played through it on the channel, and that is available to you if you want it. But it's so good, and the feels are there. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there is life, there is death, there is fun, and more importantly than anything, there is just fun Metroidvania jumping around mechanics that are absolutely a joy to experience. There's powers, all the stuff that you need in a Metroidvania. There are powers, there are upgrades, there are fun places to explore. But with Ori and the Blind Forest on Switch, Ori and the Blind Forest is an Xbox exclusive situation. It's a Microsoft thing, as far as consoles are concerned, I think, to this point. But we are seeing this relationship, and this is where I need you guys to weigh in. We're seeing this relationship between Xbox, Microsoft, and Nintendo get a little bit more intimate, I would say, a little bit more cozy, a little more jolly, as some of our boys at the Easy Allies like to say. And I'm wondering what that means for the future of the Nintendo Switch. Can we expect, and I feel like we can, based on, what they're doing so far, can we expect more things like this to trickle over? Like, can I expect next year, whenever the Switch becomes a little bit more powerful, maybe whenever they put out that new model and you actually be able to use that card, can we expect to be able to play like a State of Decay 2 on the Switch, or State of Decay 1 even, or some other Nintendo Switch or some Xbox exclusives? Or we like Halo 2. What an amazing experience. Like, we've got Doom, like Doom 3, which came out I would say, after Halo 2. I don't know much about the dates, but I'm absolutely certain Doom 3 came out after Halo 2. But imagine like a Halo 2 on the Switch. That'd be amazing too. That'd be a beautiful playthrough. Co-op, man, now I'm just getting giddy thinking about Halo 2. Anyway, can we expect these kind of things? Will is chiming in. With this coming to Switch and Halo Master Chief Collection coming to PC, it really feels like Microsoft doesn't care so much about the concept of exclusivity. They just want you to buy their games on whatever platform you can. I have to agree. It seems like Microsoft is making a push I'm using this water bottle as a crutch. I apologize. Doing this show by myself is not is a little bit different, a little bit more nerve wracking to me. So I have to imagine, yeah, Will is right that it seems like Microsoft just wants us to buy their games, which I get. I absolutely get. If I'm not buying your system and I'm not buying your game, you're not making any money. If you let me buy your game on Switch, you're making some money. So Ori and the Blind Forest, perfect for the Switch. I think you should play it. Second question about Ori and the Blind Forest coming to Switch. Do we think at all that the Nintendo Switch is losing or in danger of possibly losing its identity as a Nintendo system? Now, I'm that's kind of a doom and gloom thing to say. I'm not saying it's there, but is the Switch in danger of having a few big set pieces like your Mario's and your Zeldas or whatever, and then just becoming an indie machine? I would love some insight as what you guys think about that. Shadowlinks, I don't know if you play on the Switch at all. Kevin, I know you're a Switch guy. Will, I know you're the biggest Switch guy I know. I'm wondering if because that's what I use my Switch for mostly. I would say I've played equal parts Zelda, Mario, and indie games on my Switch. Maybe other people don't do that. Maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know. But any thoughts about that? Oh no, one of our other stories is on the screen. I don't want to talk about that yet. I do not want to talk about that yet. I always like to see what websites recommend to me. Will says the Switch does feel like a more mainstream Nintendo console. It gets way more third-party ports and indie support than past systems. Absolutely, it does. Yes. So I don't necessarily think. Now I'm just trying to produce thoughts. I don't think the Switch is in danger of losing its identity as a Nintendo system, but I think it is interesting that it seems like soon there will be a ton of games on there where you could buy a Nintendo Switch and really never play a Nintendo game on it at this point. I don't think that has ever been possible before. I mean, it could have been possible, if you were having no fun. Ori was a great game, but a pain in the rear. I haven't played the sequel yet. I don't think the sequel is out, my friend. I don't think the sequel, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, is that out? Let's check out a release date for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Wisps. Releasing February 11th, 2020. So Shadowlinks, you got some time. Ori was fantastic, absolutely. So Ori is coming to the Switch. That's one of those games I always assume has come out but never does. Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm waiting for it. But we got some information from it on it last E3, and I don't think we've seen anything about it since. But I'm waiting for it, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to knock Ori and the Blind Forest off the list. Tell me if you want me to come back to it as we discuss further. But I am finished talking about Ori if you guys are. Give me the thumbs up if you're ready to move on, or if you've got more to say about the Switch and Ori, let me know. I've got to say, doing Game Talks live by myself, not the preferred method. Would of course love to have Will at least in my ears, but it is also kind of fun just to be doing a live show. Am I doing it for a lot of people? No, but there are folks in here, and I appreciate that. Appreciate Shadowlinks. Appreciate Kevin. Agree with Will. Thumbs up. All right, I'm thinking we're getting the thumbs up to move on.